So on this episode of the Perspectives podcast, we have someone who can be arguably the hottest sound in Nevis. You see me? DJ Smudge. You see it? And the man go down in some deep conversation. You see me? We talk about him history, how him end up in Nevis. You see me? We talk about why he left Blackstone. You see me? We talk about the transition. We talk about if DJ Smudge would accept a sound clash. We talk about the status of music itself. You see what I say? We talk about music in St. Kitts Nevis. We talk about who DJ Smudge think can actually transcend to that next level within St. Kitts Nevis music. You see, we talk about dancehall artists buying views. You see what I say? So people, this episode of the podcast will be cut up in a few different segments. You see me? I want you to tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You see? And for DJ Smudge, we have an extra. You see what I say? So tune in, people. Watch the video till the end. You see me? Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back to Perspectives Media. On this episode of the Perspectives podcast, we have a very special guest, isn't me? The man himself, DJ Smudge, the party king, isn't me?
Name and nature, party king.
Yeah man, so Smudge, introduce yourself to the people, MG.
Well, for those who don't know me, I go by DJ Smudge, and of course the party king, name and nature, known for bringing the life to your party each and every time, you know what I mean? And of course DJ Smudge is not Nevisian. DJ Smudge comes from Guyana, but currently resides in Nevis, you know what I mean? Cane Garden, Nevis to say.
Real Guyana town, Cane Garden.
Cane Garden, yeah.
Yeah. So tell the people how you transitioned from Guyana, how you made that connection to come to Nevis in the first place.
One word, Blackstone.
So how you get connected to Blackstone in the first place to actually come to Nevis?
Well, the connection wasn't my connection, really. You know what I mean? It wasn't my connection. What happened? Blackstone, they went to Guyana for an event, Jam Zone, in the year, I think is 2017 or 2018, one out of those years. Right? And DJ Woody from Blackstone, Nevis, he
Shout
saw
out to
Purple.
DJ Woody down.
Yeah. Got to big up DJ Woody all the time. The whole Blackstone, big up same way. You know what I mean? But yeah, Blackstone went to Guyana for an event called Jam Zone, hosted by Hits and Jams family. You know what I mean? So on that event, Purple was playing alongside a DJ from Guyana but lives in Canada, DJ Puffy. You know what I mean? DJ Puffy.
You talk about the real DJ Puffy, like the Puffy who everybody know.
Boy, that Puffy they're up on a different level, brother.
Yeah.
The real DJ Puffy they're up on a different level, but this man is DJ Puffy same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, they were playing, and these guys were literally mashing up Jam Zone Essential. Mashing up Jam Zone. And Woody was impressed.
Yeah.
So right away, Woody make the connection and say, yo, Purple, even if I gotta buy your ticket myself, you're gonna reach Nevis.
Yeah.
And from there, that's when it all started for Purple, and that's when 1 year later it started for Smudge. Yeah.
So Purple come on Nevis the first year, and that I guess that's when we were introduced to DJ Purple. You see me? Cause when Purple come here, Purple bring a different element to Blackstone. You see me? Cause Purple come with some different type of juggling what we not see from Blackstone. You see it? Yeah. And it kinda hit with the people in a way. You see me? So Purple there for a year. Did you come here as a DJ for Blackstone like Purple?
No. I actually came here to look for a better job. Because at that time back in Guyana, I was working in the military. Yeah.
Soldier?
Soldier, man. Shooter.
Yeah.
Sharp shooter too, you know.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you, man.
Serious talk in Essential, you know what I mean? I was a soldier back in the army, and at that point in time, I was all about elevation.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting that from the military. So I said, boy, you know what's much? A different environment is what you need. And at that time, The only thing I could think about is Blackstone family, Purple, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah.
So what I did, all of my savings, everything, emptied my bank account, buy a plane ticket. Smudge actually come to Nevis with $100 US.
You come with more than me.
I didn't even know what I come in and do.
Yeah.
If it's construction, if it's carpentry, I don't know nothing but them things then.
We just take the leap of faith.
Take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
And the leap of faith, to tell you the truth, is what made DJ Smudge. Straight up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you take the leap of faith there and you forward to Nevis. Where you start work? Where was your start in Nevis?
Well, my starting was with a company, a guy in his own company called Traffic Engineering. Yeah, do hurricane shutters and all. Yeah, big up Barco. You know what I mean? Because when I came 2 weeks after, I was granted the opportunity to work with him. It was a good experience. I worked there for 1 year and then I went on to work at Republic Bank.
Yeah.
It was then Scotia Bank.
Yeah, so you work at Republic Bank Scotia Bank for how long?
For 9 months. It was a 9-month contract.
Oh, so it's a contract type vibe and your contract expire and you never renew it back?
Well, I mean, the topic there kind of...
Alright.
Yeah.
We don't have to touch that.
Yeah, we
Yes,
don't have to
because
touch
you
that
don't know the
topic
thing already.
Yeah,
So
man.
you work at Republic Bank. How soon after you start playing music? Yes,
Well,
me. Like how soon from you come Nevis you start playing music?
Well, I was playing music from since I touched down. From since I touched down, I had a gig. My first gig was in Club XO, big up to Father Fish in Nevis.
Yeah.
And that was the gig that really tell me where I was and how fast I needed to transition from Guyana to St. Kitts and Nevis. Because in Guyana, the appreciation for music and foundation music, to be more specific, is very great. And when I came here, I came with the same style, the Guyana style. And for the first 15 minutes, happy hour in the party, for the first 15 minutes I had the crowd rocking. But by the time I reached half hour, the crowd empty, the party empty. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it because,
yeah.
And I said it to say, right? Every country got its own culture. And
you can't come on my yeah, man, for real.
The faster your transition and learn the culture there, the better for you.
Yeah, man, cause you can't come and Nevis come play for 2 hours and be a classics here again. No, I'm on here 2 gunman shift. Isn't me?
Yes,
well, them time they never gunman shift. But you know what I mean? More here the latest and greatest.
Yeah, man.
Isn't me? So you start off on Blackstone and you find out say yo, in a XO you say a club empty pan you. Isn't me? After that, how was it going for DJ Smudge?
Well, going forward after that experience, it was a very rocky road.
Yeah.
Very, very rocky road because, I mean, on Blackstone, you don't know the shell of them is Purple and Woody. So, Purple and Woody, they're on the big stage, and there is Smudge going at the little bars, going at the birthday party, you know, and these kind of things. So I was like, boy, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I could do better if I, go on my own.
Yeah. So you made that decision how soon after you're playing on Blackstone?
Well, I was playing Blackstone for 1 year. 1 year and probably a couple months.
And you branch out on your own after that?
Yes.
So it was a peaceful transition in terms of moving on from Blackstone? Because them grant you the opportunity to play upon a big sound, a established sound.
Yeah.
For people, the people of Blackstone get to know you. Isn't it? So how was that transition from Blackstone to being on your own?
Well, to tell you the truth, Blackstone name was bigger than all. You understand? The name Blackstone carry a weight. And I wouldn't reference the promoter, but I had a conversation with a promoter, and the promoter mentioned to me, Smudge, we understand that you could play music, you could do your thing, but what I want you to do, and I'm gonna tell you this is something I took very personal, and I use it as a what to say, as something to learn from. You understand? I took it, I digested it, and I learned from it. Because the guy he mentioned to me, he said, Smudge, take time and build your name. You understand? He said, look at it from a business point of view. DJ Smudge versus Blackstone. Blackstone, with the name Blackstone, you show that, hey, even if it's 10 persons coming to the event to see Blackstone, 10 persons gonna pay and come and see. But when you put Smudge alongside there now, how much people is gonna come and pay to see DJ Smudge?
Yeah,
so I understood exactly what he was saying. Because as sometimes you gotta put aside the talent and look at it from business. Because it makes no sense to have the most talented on an event, but nobody goes to see them.
Yeah, so
It
you know
can't
make
pay
no
the
sense.
bills.
We are gonna do just a display talent alone. Is what I say? Talent can only bring you so far.
So far,
You know?
correct. Talent can only give you so far.
It really commendable to see you take that in strides. You see me? Because at the end of the day, as a young man, you're well talented. You couldn't say, oh, what am I tell me say? You see me?
Correct.
So
I could have let my ego get the best of me and say, well, boy, I don't have to listen to that. But this is an established promoter.
Yeah.
I say, boy, you know what? Let me take this knowledge here, work on myself personally, and then step out. You understand?
Yeah, so it's like after you work on your brand and everything just fall into place. Yeah.
And of course, networking and connecting with the right set of people.
Yeah, man.
You understand? That helped a great lot.
Yeah, man.
Most people...
Yeah, for real, because 90% of business is networking.
Networking, correct.
Yeah, man. You see it. So, you speak a lot of talent. But the people them know where did DJ Smudge get his background in music? You see me? Where your background come from in music?
Well, back in Guyana, they have a street event, a street jam event used to throw named Akiwak. Akiwak. My uncle is was the actual promoter for the event, and my uncle knew I could play music, but it wasn't the right time. So there I was, all of the Akiwak events going, and I was there just watching and admiring how the DJs and the selectors and the entertainers do them thing. And I was there saying, boy, you know what? Someday I must reach the level there. To tell the background knowledge, I ain't really had nobody to teach me music. It was self-taught. Purple and I, we literally taught ourselves how to do this. Via YouTube, troubleshooting, lots of failures before we could actually get it right.
So, and at what age you got that opportunity to start the music? Like,
well, I started playing for school parties. Most DJs start there. School parties. You understand? I bring my little CDs. For those who didn't know, I grew up in the era whereby CDs was the thing. You got your CD pouch and wherever you're going around with your laptop.
Yeah, so you start, you're not one of them backpack DJ.
Yeah.
You're actually a CD DJ started.
Yeah. CD.
Yeah.
So, we used to burn the music after the computer and these kind of things. And that was
bootleg type vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you burn them off and put them on your CD. And
correct. That was around 2010 school party time. But professionally, I started playing music professionally, like getting paid gigs from 2013.
In a Guyana?
In Guyana, yeah.
So your thing did blow up as a DJ upon any level in a Guyana?
Well, to tell you the truth, I never used to study music so deep in Guyana.
Cool.
I was more books and work, making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a book boy, nerd.
Yeah. So talking about being book boy, schooling, where education stopping at schooling?
Well, my education stopped at how to put it by, you know, like a CFBC where you get a diploma.
Sixth form.
I have a diploma in business.
Oh, okay.
But not
so,
sixth form though.
Yeah. Oh, not sixth form. Oh, just high school.
Yeah, finish high school, went to college and get a diploma in business.
Oh, okay. So your business savvy then. So that's why DJ Smudge able to brand him thing and even bring him thing to the level there.
Yes, that's very true.
So speaking of the music now, Zane, you get your first set of gig them in 2013, coming up in the business, and you come on Nevis in 2018.
November 2018.
And you do your little your gigs, your small gigs, and you did a work on your brand when you leave Blackstone in 2019, right?
Yeah.
So from 2019 now, when you're gone on your own, how soon after that you start get paid to do events? Like I would imagine you're working on your brand and thing. Promoters were willing to pay you at that time to actually come on them event.
Well, of course, as a DJ, you must have that phase that you gotta go through, whereby you're gonna be asked to do some charity gigs. Everybody, all DJs go through that phase. If a DJ say he never go through a charity gig phase, lying. No, I went through that phase. However, from I touched Nevis in 2018, November, I was getting paid to play all the time. Even when I left Blackstone, the amount of gigs, it decreased while I was working on my brand. But when the brand was up and running, it started increasing. You understand? Yeah.
So 2019 rollout, gigs are coming. So the pandemic now, isn't it? Because the pandemic where DJ Smudge really stamping mark in terms of DJ Smudge blow up. Everybody know who is DJ Smudge, isn't it? So make the people them know how the pandemic affected you, isn't it?
Well, the pandemic, to tell you the truth, I had an interview on 2020 Vision Radio, and I said this, right? And some people probably take it the wrong way, and some people understand. But I'm gonna say it again. The pandemic was a blessing to DJ Smudge.
Yeah.
Because that is when DJ Smudge had enough time on his hands to sit, come up with workable plans to grow his brand. You understand? And at that point in time, nothing was keeping, so I had no distractions. I wasn't working either. 8 months without a job. I wasn't working. So basically DJing is what I was paying the bills from. You understand? So what I did, and I used the pandemic, I sat, I put down plans, and big up to my friend DJ Sparry. I was on the phone with him a day and I said, boy, everybody doing this Facebook Live. I said, I want to try something different. I said, let me go live on Instagram. Sparry said, boy, Smudge, people don't really mess with Instagram, so you know. I said, Sparry, let me do Instagram live.
Yeah.
Right there and then he said, well, you know what? 7 o'clock tonight, we gonna go on live and just shit talk. Just talk any kind of thing. And see how it works.
Yeah.
My following and Sparry following at that time wasn't as much as it is right now. And we went on just chatting normal. Ain't even playing no music. I asked him, Sparry, by how the pandemic affect you? He asked me the same question. We had no purpose for the life. Just the only thing we were looking to is to test out the Instagram, see how many persons would gravitate to it. You understand? And that's where we had it. We had like 400 and something persons on the live just listening to us, asking one another basic questions.
Yeah, because at that point, the pandemic on, and everybody have time on their hand. You see me? So automatically Sparry well known in a St. Kitts Nevis.
Yeah.
You see me? And Sparry gone live. People are going to tune in.
Correct.
You see me? So you're saying the whole live IG live thing was your idea, was DJ Smudge idea.
Yeah.
You see me? And at first, when me used to tune in on the live, people used to basically have DJ Smudge as a like a clown type vibe. You see me? So I mean, how you take that? Like how you took that part of the pandemic live?
Pandemic? No, I mean, to tell the truth, let me speak the truth. DJ Smudge have a split personality.
Yeah.
When I'm off live or off or not doing entertainment, I'm a totally different individual. Now,
Yeah.
while on the live, I wasn't playing music. I didn't have the correct setup, streaming setup to play music at that point in time. I ordered it and I was waiting for it to reach.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? However, Sparry had his and the other guys, Akai, big ups to Akai, they had their stuff. So
Yeah.
what I did, I said, man, you know what? I gonna be the host for the live. You know, the host has got the hardest job. The
Yeah,
host
man.
gotta keep the people on the live. You know, sometimes, I change up my little cheap shades. I got my matches, I got my bacon, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got the live going because at that point in time, that was my role.
Yeah.
You understand? Whereby Sparry's role at that point in time was to entertain the crowd. Akai's role was to entertain the crowd, same way. Whereby I just sitting there and, like the referee.
Yeah. Referee. So party king, you see me?
Yeah, man.
As the referee, you see me? So you're a referee in the live them.
Yeah.
You see me? So you basically are the moderator at first. You see me? And you wait for your equipment them for forward.
Yes.
Yeah, and when your equipment them forward now, you start to actually play music on the live.
Music. Yeah, man.
You see me? So while people did just you was the comedic element in the live at first.
Yeah.
When you start playing music now, the people them start take you serious.
Yeah, man. Most people after the first time hear me playing, it was like, boy, but Smudge, I never really know you could have played music, because every time I come on the live, I just see you changing your shades with your little lighter, this. But they never thought I could have played music. And that's when I had the opportunity now to tell them and sell my brand. Yes, I do play music. You understand? Blah blah blah. And
Yeah, so you get to really introduce the people them to DJ Smudge, not just Smudge on the live
Not
with the
just Smudge
matches
on the
stick
live.
them.
Correct.
You see me? Because alright, me know say you play music, cause me there party and me see you play music all the while.
Yeah.
And when you come on the live now and me see you on the live and me I watch all the comment section, me I say, yo, a
Comment
joke
section,
thing
hotting up Smudge.
hot you know, cause Smudge I get beaten on the comments, you see it. And
Yeah.
it's like a joke people I take Smudge for. But me know you as a DJ.
Yeah.
You see me? So now you transition to start playing music and people start rock with the vibes. So you start see the immediate effect on your IG, like your following start go up at when your following go up now. How you translate that to business, like your business now?
Well, you see, I always say as an entertainer, if you don't have no following, it make no sense you do entertainment. Entertainment is all about who know you and who follow you to an event. Like I mentioned earlier, the business part of entertainment. You got to be able to bring 10 persons to an event. You understand? As an entertainer. And for me, the following going up, it helped me. Because when I post content, when I post event posters and these kind of things, people would hit me up, hey, they're gonna come, hey, they're gonna be there. And I actually saw them coming to these events. So I knew that, hey, it was for the best. This whole IG live, it helped Smudge grow.
Yeah, so Smudge in essence, Smudge find himself through the IG lives. Like, not necessarily find yourself as a DJ, but you find your brand, like you raise up over the IG live.
Yeah.
You see me? So while Hellfire them already established, you in a sense you establish yourself through the IG live.
Through the IG live, yeah.
Yeah, and that's commendable. You see me? Because if you can translate that into business, you see me? The man them fear pray, youths fear pray that, you see me? And really try look at that formula, because a lot of times people have a social media following, but them don't know if it translate it to business and to physical. You see me? So you're known online, but now you known online for being a DJ, and you show the world so you're a serious DJ.
Yeah, man.
You see me? So when you pan a poster now, people are say DJ Smudge, people are come out for actually say DJ Smudge.
Correct.
Play music, not
Correct.
be a comedian,
Correct,
not like a
correct.
joke thing.
Very true.
You see me? And that's commendable. You see me? Man, have to respect that.
It was not all DJ Smudge, DJ Smudge actually had a team. or have a team, I should say.
Mm.
And of course, I gotta big up to my team. I don't know if you know Diane Hobson.
Yeah, man, I know Miss Hobson, man. Miss Hobson, I'm teacher, man.
Correct, Diane Hobson.
Yeah.
And they have this other young lady, very intelligent young lady. She's an influencer, social media influencer. She goes by Clarita Mills.
Yeah, would I like to have a
Mills.
conversation with Miss Clarita Mills. So,
She
what
name
role?
on IG name everything Simmer.
Yeah. So, what kind of role Miss Hobson play in your career, and what kind of role
Clarita Mills.
Clarita Mills play in your career?
Well, with regards to the social media management, I have Miss Clarita Mills helping me out with that. And Miss Hobson, she was basically Smudge looks, how I appear, my image, my character. Because of course, when you start growing, certain things you have to done with. You gotta. It's not like changing your image or character, but you got to better it, upgrade it.
Yeah.
You check it out.
So you have to take it to the next level.
To the next level.
Yeah, because a lot of man, you know, what stop them brand from transcending to the next level.
To the next level
is that image, you know, and
correct.
you have to careful what you put out to the public or you look to the public. Correct. So me book you have to come at my party now and you show up in some slippers. Look on you like a joke thing. Isn't me? Like a party shop you think me I run.
No.
You know what I mean?
Can't work.
Yeah, man. So a serious thing when DJ Smudge forward the event, DJ Smudge actually presentable.
Correct. You see, DJ Smudge is the good, you know. Is the good. And DJ Smudge the good.
And you
go to an event
to provide
the service
of playing music.
So you gotta look the part, act the part, and be the part same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just can't go, yes, everybody know you could play music, but if you don't look the part, how people gonna hire you? People actually paying you. So people paying you, you got to reinvest some of the money. You understand? And you got, and you see most times and people got it done as DJs, or they dress up and they waste this and, but as a DJ or an entertainer, part of the job is looking the part.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Real talk, man.
Yeah.
A real talk, because as me tell you, you know, if you look like a duck, quack like a duck, you're a duck.
Yeah, duck, yeah.
You get what I say?
Yeah.
So if you look like an entertainer and you act like an entertainer to the public,
correct,
the public are going to perceive you as an entertainer.
Correct.
You get what I say?
Yes.
So that's important, and image is key. You see me? So for all of the young DJs, the young artists, them, we are think about for coming at the business. DJ Smudge basically a show and say, yo, the image, you have to work on the image. You see me? Yeah, man, and the product is key also. You see me? So speaking of the product now, Zane, if me forward at a party this week, I'm a listen DJ Smudge play. You see me? Me I go forward our next event next week. Come here, DJ Smudge play the same song them as last week. Are you a playlist DJ? Like you stick to a playlist?
No, DJ Smudge play from the top of his head.
Yeah.
I think and play all the time. I feed off of the energy, off of the crowd. The energy what the crowd give me, that's the energy I feed from. Now, if I reach to a party and I realize that, boy, this party is drowning in soca music,
yeah,
automatically I know I can't give them no soca. Vice versa, if the party is drowning in dancehall or a next genre, I can't give them that. I might work my way up back to that genre, but I can't give them the right way. And for me, it's more the music. As much as you're gonna know how to play the music and you have the skill to play music, it's all about thinking it through. You got to be very smart with what you're doing. You understand? So what I do, reading the crowd is a very vital part of playing music. Yeah. Most DJs can't read a crowd. Most DJs, before they go and play music, they how you could be in your room, set a playlist. Hey, when I go there, I want to play these music. Sometimes you reach out there and those music ain't relevant. Those music probably don't play. What you gonna do then?
So when you go to a party, you actually listen to DJs before you to hear what them playing?
Correct.
Yeah, because more while I go a party, you know, because me a man me there party regular, you know.
Yeah.
You see me? Even the smallest a party me there. And me don't know if you notice, more while me come stand up beside the DJ them and I look what them a do. You see me? Because a lot of times me go a party here and a man come play and 20 minutes later a next DJ come play the same music
thing.
them again.
Playlist.
You see me?
Playlist.
So, alright then. So you go out for the crowd now. Zane, can DJ Smudge hold a party without playing the latest and the greatest, like the gunman shift? You see me?
To tell you the truth, I watch my crowd and play. And DJ Smudge have been doing it for a very long time. I don't like to toot my own hand. I love people to give me the ratings based on the service that I provide. You check it out. And to answer your question, I can play old school music all night and rock the party all night. I've done it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it already.
Real music.
Real music. My musical knowledge. And like I tell you, I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't like to toot my own hand.
Yeah.
I love when people could give me the ratings. I've never been on a big people fete or a big people party in St. Kitts and Nevis as yet.
So is that something you would like to be a part of?
Of course. Because I know the songs that I'm going to draw for.
You as a young man, you know them songs.
As a young man in the industry, it's going to be something totally different. You understand? No, I've been at events whereby the crowd or the audience, they are mostly grown folks. And I had to adjust. Now, if I was a DJ that really didn't know what I doing, I could have never functioned. Because I custom to the young people vibes and the jump up. I would have never functioned. And that's why as a DJ and as a foundation DJ or any upcoming DJ, I would always recommend learn the foundation music. You can't go wrong. Because I would always say this, and I would say this with no water in my mouth. Any DJ could play the skeng and the gunman shift and shell a party because those are the hot songs. But how many of them could actually play foundation and shell a party? Yeah. How many of them?
So you feel like that make you stand out in terms from the crop of DJs coming up right now?
That's
or
a
in
part
the game?
of it. That's a part of it.
So what else you would say make you stand out in terms of the industry?
Well, I read my crowd. No, I'm not a DJ that goes for this a lot of hype. I don't really feed off of the lot of hype and the money pull up. I don't really feed off of that. I play, and that's why I call myself the party king. King with a capital K.
Boy, that's a heavy crown to have on your head still enough, fam.
And the reason I call myself the party king is because I play according to my crowd. If I realize that females in the party, I balance this party in such a way whereby everybody enjoy themselves. You understand? Because at the ending of the day, when you play for a party and you shoot up the place, a set a gun tune, the guys them gonna feel, yeah boy, Smudge shell the place. But
yeah boy, girl them long up them mouth.
You mentioned this to me while we were coming here.
Speak, man, speak.
You mentioned this. You said there is no better recommendation than word of mouth.
Word of mouth, fam.
And the ladies have a very high influence.
What you mean, man?
When it comes to parties.
Let me tell you this, Smudge. Man follow a woman go, you know.
Correct.
You see me? And if the woman them a go,
the
man them a follow.
Follow.
You get what me say? So if you as a DJ can please the ladies.
Correct.
Bridging, when woman na them element, you know, man antenna them up, you know.
Yeah.
You see me? A nigga pre the party, you know.
My style very simple. Ensure that the women them enjoy themselves, and automatically the whole party gonna feel good.
Yeah, man, because I'm draw a reference, a local reference. You know why Grandmaster's band are one of the top band, if not number 1 or 2 in the federation? It's because them represent for the ladies.
Yeah.
You get what I say?
Yeah.
When certain other band play and 1,000 man there in front. You get what I say? Jumping up and so That's not my vibe.
No.
That's not my vibe. You see me? My vibe are for the ladies. When the ladies are broke out and are going bad.
Bad, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
So at the end of the day, yo, as a DJ playing for the ladies, bro, you can't go wrong playing for the ladies.
Correct.
You see
Very
me?
true.
Because at the end of the day, you know, I know every man in the party a bad man, you know.
Correct.
You see what I say? So while me as a patron, I might like for bust my blank and hold a little vibe.
Yeah.
You see? But I don't want to hear that all night.
All night, no.
I want to see some girl a broke out and go on bad man. And you see me? You play all 1 2 Dejor. Cause Dejor are my artist and I rate Dejor down to yo.
Bad artist.
Dejor
big up same way if you listen.
Yeah, man. I rate Dejor. Yo, shady, no man.
And like I tell you, my style is very simple, you know. Ensure that the women them enjoy themselves and the whole party is in a vibe.
Yeah.
And that's how simple it is. If I play music, I don't. It's something that is happening naturally, and I would say it's like 70% women tune, 30% gangster songs.
Yeah.
Naturally, it happens.
And your Shella party.
Shella party. Let me just make reference Masharama.
Yeah.
Few days ago, Purple and I, we on the stage, start mash up the party with some gangster stank. Right where I stop and say, Purple, find my instrumental. I don't know if you know that I sing one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tune, no? It's a tune.
Sit down on the balance and then roll. You never hear me sing that song?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear a song that originally.
My song, originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a song on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So DJ Smudge an artist too. Yeah.
I just try different things, man. But
so all the time me hear even Woody I sing that song there. I hear a song.
Yeah.
You see, you come learn something from Perspectives Media, and that's what Perspectives Media is about.
Yeah, man.
You see me learning, you see me, and showcasing talent within St. Kitts Nevis.
Correct.
Nevis to be specific. You see me, because St. Kitts have talent, and St. Kitts talent is more shown. You know what I mean? So speaking of talent now, you see me, Sound Clash. Is DJ Smudge, or would DJ Smudge say he is capable of holding his own on a Sound Clash stage?
According to my knowledge, my deep knowledge in music, I am confident, and I say this very proud and with no heart in my mouth, and I ain't taking back my talk. I am confident.
So, is it that DJ Smudge is doing his research and bringing that new element of dancehall to St. Kitts Nevis?
You would listen to Beanie Man, a bounty killer. It had more meaning to it. It had more lyrics. Well put together lyrics. Versus a skilly bang, wap wap.